Hi, I'm Brother Prater. Welcome to my page. I want to take a moment to tell each and everyone on behalf of myself and my family, thank each and every one of y'all for y'all calls, love, support, and prayers during our time of the death of my sister Sheila Prater. For those that know me, I was very close to my sister. We were like two peas in a pod. Matter of fact, I was saying that we used to tell people when people used to ask, "Are y'all twins?" We'd always say, "No, we're 362 days apart." We were 3 days away from being twins. Excuse me, we're 3 days away from being born on the same day. September 16th, 72 is when I was born. She was born September 13th of 1973. So most of the time when her birthday would come, which is before mine, I would try to have us to celebrate her birthday before mine, so that way we can celebrate being the same age, even if it was for 3 days. So, like I said, we were very close. And of course, this came as a complete shock. But through y'all love, through y'all support, through y'all prayers, y'all helped us and y'all are helping us to get through this difficult time. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is something that I really don't know about because I've never lost a sibling, and I lost a best friend that so happened to be my cousin years ago in 1990. But I always had Sheila. I always had her in my life, and we've been sleeping in the same bed since I was 9 years old. She was 8. We graduated the same time. We were always together. And I thank God that God had allowed me to have such an awesome, awesome sister for 45 years. Now, with that being said, I want other people to know, true enough, I'm a minister, saved, and all that stuff. But there are times that we as ministers need ministering too. And a lot of y'all reached out to minister to me, to help me. It wasn't so much of what you said, but a lot of time it was just you showing that you care. And being honest with you, a lot of time less is better. Sometimes just y'all presence, it meant a lot. And I knew people meant well, they may have said something, but a lot of times we just have to use wisdom in what we say, because a lot of times you saying something, sometimes it can, you think it be good, but sometimes it could be something that's inappropriate for that time. So I want to encourage each and every one, let's make sure to be praying for people, not just pray for those who may be a new convert, but also pray for your leaders, pray for the preachers, pray for the apostles, pray for the musicians, pray for people in general, regardless of what title or position that they have. Because you know what? We're all human. And especially pertaining to death, pertaining to grief. That's something that none of us can avoid. Either we may deal with it indirectly through friends or family, or even unfortunately sometimes even through our own self. So I want to thank each and every one that really helped and even came out to celebrate my sister Sheila. I do have to tell this story. I was thinking the other day, I went to her house to help clean up, and I saw a photo of Marilyn Monroe. And I looked at that, I'm like, what's she doing with Marilyn Monroe picture, And I began to think, as kids, Sheila hated to take pictures. But when she became an adult, everybody that's on her Facebook page, they see all the pictures that she put up. She always taking selfies and stuff, And it made me think, wow, even though she may not been what you would consider in her eyesight a photogenic person, especially growing up, because she used to hate taking pictures. But when she became an adult, in her own way, even though she had some insecurities, and she was shy, believe it or not, there were some areas that she was very shy, very reserved on. And I'm telling y'all, I'm not asking, I'm telling y'all because I know her. There were some things that she was very even insecure on. But the funny thing about it, a lot of time people wouldn't be able to see it because she's taking them selfies, she's taking them pictures, and also even for her to be able to bless so many people with some encouraging words, and even her voicemails when she would leave someone a message, or even when you call her phone, she always had a powerful, powerful word for those who may be calling her. That was Sheila. That's how Sheila has been ever since we were kids. She's always been like that. That's why she was, to me, she was my hero. And I thank God that not only for me to have her in my life, but for her to know it. I feel peace, even though, don't get me wrong, I'm sad. I'm sad that I don't have her right now in my life anymore, physically, because we're so used to talking to each other. And of course, those that see us on Facebook, we used to mess with each other, just being kids, just being grown kids. But we were used to contact each other, especially me. I would always inbox her, text her, call her, whatever. Sometimes 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes up to 8 times a day, every day. And if something happened where I didn't get a chance to catch her that day, hear her voice that day, she better know that I'm going to talk to her the next day. I may text her one day, but that next day I'm going to hear her voice. She's going to hear my voice, And like I said, those that know me know that we were always joined at the hip. And we were the Mud and Jeff. We were like Bunny and Clyde. We were inseparable. And that's the song that I often think about now. That song, Inseparable. That song means a lot to me now. And actually, when I found that she passed away, that song, Inseparable, came to me. And even when I think about her, sometimes even she might have been gone for, today it makes 2 weeks. I find myself picking up the phone, get ready to text her. I find myself picking up the phone and get ready to call her. But I thank God, even though she may not be here right now, I thank God that He can comfort me just like that. He can comfort us just like that. I'm going to share something with y'all. The other day, 2 things hit me, and I was really, really, really depressed. I was really going through because my sister, the way she passed away, she was killed. She was killed. She was killed through domestic violence. That was my heart. Sheila was my friend. Sheila was more than my sister. Sheila was my best friend. Sheila was my almost twin. We say almost twin. And she felt the same way towards me. But the other day, I said, God, I'm going to have to get old without my sister Sheila. And then I began to take a shower. And as I began to talk to God, I was like, wow, I won't be able to celebrate her birthday. And God said, yes, you'll be able to celebrate her birthday. Y'all be able to celebrate y'all birthday, but y'all just in 2 different locations. And that really comforted me. And like I said, for me to be able to uphold her legacy, for me to be able to be the man of integrity, but most importantly, the God man, to be able to make her proud and carry out the legacy that she was so proud of me of. So with that being said, I just wanted to kind of give y'all a little glimpse of who y'all were celebrating. I wanted to give y'all a little glimpse of why I look at this as a celebration. I'm not even concerned about everything that happened. Why did it happen? My main thing is, number one, I thank God in the midst of whatever situation that transpired. I thank God that we received love from God and love from you all. Y'all showed yourself so strong. And like I said, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I love each and every one of y'all, but also know that Sheila loved each and every one of you. So I thank you on behalf of Brother Prater, on behalf of the Prater family, on behalf of even the Carter family, David W. Carter, class of 91. I thank each and every one of you all that loved us to reach out to us. And even though some people may not have reached out because they didn't know what to say, that's okay. Sometimes saying nothing is saying something. So just for you all to know that y'all were holding us up in prayer, y'all were praying for us. I appreciate that. I thank God for it. And I want to ask each and every one, please, 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 on a personal note, if you are in a relationship where it's toxic, where there's violence, I would ask you, please leave. Get help. Don't ever feel that you have to be stuck in that situation. I want each and every one to examine yourself and examine your relationship. And also for those who may be abusing people, please, please stop that. You can't raise grown people. You can't make somebody do something against their will. Also, grown people need to keep their hands to themselves. Grown people, listen here. If you feel that you can't live without a person, then you know what? That means that you're lacking something in your life. So don't ever think that you can't live without someone. Number one, the only person you can't live without is God. But just in case somebody that's in an abusive relationship and they are stuck or they feel like they don't have no way out, I'm going to tell you, there is hope. There is a way out. But just in case those who may be abusing people that may be watching, I want you to know this. God is not pleased. You need to stop. But also, I'm going to tell you this. From the kick, a lot of times the guys who may beat up on women, they beat up on women because they're challenged or threatened by men. Real men don't put their hands on women. Also, a real lady don't put her hands on a man. It goes both ways. It used to be that all we talk about were men beating up on women, which is not right. But unfortunately, there are some women that beat up on men. So the key thing is, grown folks, keep your hands to yourself. But also, not just the physical abuse that we need to stop. It's the mental abuse. We need to stop that. We need to watch how we talk to people. Because you know what? Even if that person may be talking harsh to their wife or to their husband, that may be your wife and that may be your husband, but most importantly, that's God's child. So you need to stop that. In other words, if you need help, seek professional help. But keep your hands off of people. Keep your mouth off of people. If you doing that, what if you raising your son to abuse somebody's daughter? Let's think about this. What if you raising your daughter to feel that abuse is okay and for her to receive that? You wouldn't want anybody to be beating up on your daughter. So how about you stop beating up on somebody else's daughter? Just point blank. Grown men, we need to stop disrespecting our women. We need to stop that. That's a coward move. We can put down women all we want. So many guys, they put down women. They talk harsh to women, but they scared of a man. Just point blank. So we need to stop. We need to stop that. This is a serious business. Life is precious. And I'm going to tell you like this. I was not raised to be a punching bag. Women are not raised to be a punching bag. Punching bags are for the gym. That's an item, not a person. So if you need help, seek help immediately. Don't feel like, well, I'll be all right. Or maybe she just made me mad. Now look, if anybody tick you off enough for you to be provoked to physical violence or verbal violence, then you need help. And vice versa. And also, in case she might be enticing you to fight, then leave her alone. Or vice versa. If she's enticing you to fight, or if he's enticing you to fight, leave them alone. It goes both ways. So, like I said, I want to just make this video to tell everyone thank you all, but also I want to utilize this as a platform for us to start getting to a healthy relationship, a godly relationship that does not require violence, does not produce violence, does not have violence involved in it, does not have abuse involved in it. Not just physical, but verbal. So I bless each and every one of you all that helped us and holding us up in a time of bereavement toward my sister Sheila. And once again, I thank God for 45 years with such an awesome sister, Sheila Prater. I love you, Sheila. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being a gift to me, your brother, Junebug. Be blessed.